Hi everyone and welcome back to Jungle Goddess. I'm Nikki Windsor and I'm talking to you every week about culinary wellness. And this week I want to talk to you about how to stay healthy during flu season because winter is coming. So I'm going to give you a number of different recommendations, and top of that list you should be used to by now, which is to wash your hands regularly. Now, if you've watched my video on the impact of hand sanitizers on the microbiome, you'll know that I'm against the overuse of hand sanitizers, but I'm a big fan of cleanliness, so keep those hands clean. And if you do need to sanitize, then do so. I mean, I actually use this organic peppermint sanitizer by Dr. Bronner, which smells wonderful. Get enough sleep, and if you do get sick, rest and sleep as much as you can to aid your recovery. Avoid refined sugars. Now, you should be aspiring to this all of the time, but especially going into winter because it inhibits the immune system for several hours after each time that you eat it. And if you watched my video last week, then you learned that it's also extremely pro-inflammatory. Vitamins and minerals are especially important at this time of year, and of particular note are vitamin C, A, D and zinc. Now, your main source for these should be your diet, so make sure that you're eating lots of fruits and vegetables, complex carbohydrates and good sources of protein. With fruits and vegetables, aim for at least 5 portions a day, preferably more, and favour vegetable portions over fruit portions. And that's mainly because of the amount of sugar in the fruit. Now, load up on brightly coloured fruit and vegetables because the phytonutrients that give plants their rich colour and strengthen the plant's own immune system provide us with valuable health benefits too. They have anti-inflammatory properties, and different coloured plants come with different benefits. So eat the rainbow. Now, this is important energetically and emotionally speaking too. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm also an energy healer. So I'm going to be talking about the importance of eating the rainbow in this context in an upcoming video. So getting back to vitamins and minerals, what sort of foods should you be eating? Well, for vitamin A, choose liver, chili peppers, carrots, apricots, kale, sweet potatoes, spinach, mango and broccoli. Vitamin C you get from a lot more things than just citrus fruits. So also kiwi, potatoes, peppers, broccoli. Now, vitamin C breaks down quickly when it's exposed to air, so eat these foods as fresh as possible. For vitamin D, you can find that in milk, butter. A lot of dairy products are fortified with vitamin D. And also oily fish and egg yolks are a good source. Dark leafy greens are your best vegetable source. Now, this is called the sunshine vitamin because our bodies can produce vitamin D by the action of sunlight on the skin. But sun exposure rarely gives us enough of this vitamin, so often supplementation is required. Now, especially at this time of year in the Northern Hemisphere, we don't get enough hours of sunlight and the strength of the sun is really low. So there really isn't enough there to help us, to enable us to manufacture the vitamin D ourselves. So do look at supplementing vitamin D. For zinc, you can get that from shellfish, fish, red meats, and your whole grains, your legumes, your nuts and your seeds. Now, plant-based zinc is less bioavailable. So if you're not eating enough of those good plant-based sources, and even if you are, you may need to supplement. So if you are at a risk of deficiency, or if you come down with some sort of cold, flu or viral infection, then you might want to supplement these important vitamins. Talking about herbs now, there's no end of different herbs. Now, I keep quite an apothecary of herbs, and I've just recently stocked mine up and I'm about to make a number of different tinctures. But just a few of them which are good for you. Echinacea, you're probably familiar with that. This is in its root form, but you can also get it as a tincture, in syrup form, and I think even in lozenge form. And you can licorice root. So licorice root is really good for the mucous membrane, so it helps if you're suffering from like a lot of cough or respiratory irritation. There's the elder plant is very good for viral infections, colds and flus, and you'll see in the pharmacy a lot of elderberry syrups, and they're used a lot in cold and flu medication. So this is elderflower and this is elderberry. And then chamomile, chamomile, it's a good relaxing tea. It's actually an anti-inflammatory, it reduces inflammation, and it will help you sleep. Do make sure that you check for any precautions when you're using herbs, because some of them are best to be avoided if you've got certain medical conditions, or for example if you're pregnant. Other things that I always keep on hand, apple cider vinegar. And I've got this, which is apple cider vinegar with some berry juice in it. And obviously berries are really good for antioxidants. So it's a good combination to have. And apple cider vinegar can just be used as a daily tonic. I make something called fire cider. So I made this a year ago, and it's where you put many different types of medicinal herbs. So some of these I would use into apple cider vinegar, and it's an infusion. So it's where the medicinal properties of the medicinal herbs are infused into the fire cider, and it makes a tonic. I also ferment things in honey. Now, you may have heard of fermenting garlic in honey. Well, I ferment, like the fire cider, many different medicinal foods and herbs in honey. So this is one I did over a year ago, and it's got garlic and horseradish and licorice and cinnamon and turmeric, and so many different things. And this, it's in honey, it lasts forever. This is one from about 4 years ago. You can see how black it is. And these are pieces of garlic that have gone really deep colour. And that's still good to use. So if I get sick, then I'm taking a couple of times a day mouthfuls of that. Now, they take a little preparation and time, so you will need to prepare them in advance. Fire cider takes several weeks, and what I call miel panacea takes a few months. Now, next week I'll share a video on how you can make those yourself. Now, it's also important to keep active. So exercise is really important during the winter months to boost circulation and keep the immune system active. Exercise also has the benefit of releasing those feel-good endorphins that make you that help you stay positive during those dark days. So this is just an overview of how diet and lifestyle can positively impact your health and well-being. If you want to learn more, then please get in touch and maybe book a Culinary Wellness Discovery session with me. All right, so come back next week and learn how to make fire cider and miel panacea. All right, see you then. Bye.